Hey, okay. I have Illustrator open and I want to show you a couple things. So starting with over here on the left-hand side, the toolbar. So the toolbar's got your arrows to move things around, skipping down to the pen tool to make shapes that are not shape, square, or circle. Here is my square, and if I click and hold on it, I can get to the circle. And if I hold shift, I can keep it perfectly ratio the same. Okay, so I gotta go back to my arrow and let's delete them. The other tool I want you to see down here is this one called the artboard. So the artboard, if I click it here, it's telling me that this is the canvas that's gonna get saved out as a PDF, like as the print ready file. And so I just wanted you to know that you can actually make more than one artboard inside of a file. So now this is artboard 2, and when I save a PDF, it'll be page 1 and page 2. So that can be really helpful. And I'm just gonna hit delete to get rid of it. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is for the artboard here. If you go to the properties panel up here, and this is the properties panel for the artboard because I have that word there. And over here, it's telling me that my artboard is 1920 by 1080. So that's perfect, but I just want to show you that you can change that. So if for some reason you wanted it to be square, it could be 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels, and that'll update. And if you want it to be in inches, you can right click on the rulers right here. If they're not on, you have to go to rulers here and show. And then you can right click on it and actually just change it to inches right here. So now I can see it's gonna print out or be on screen, whatever, at 13. And if I make this like this, I can go ahead and change it to 5 inches by 5 inches. And this is my constrained proportions so that I can change them both, the width and the height, at the same time. Okay. So another thing I want to say about these shapes is that up here in the properties panel, you have the color. So I can go into, I can see that it doesn't have a stroke, but it does have an inner green. So down here, this is where I can pick the stroke color. So I'm going to go ahead and just double click on it, and this thing will pop up, and I'll go black. So now you can, oh, it has white, that's okay. And what I'm gonna do is up here, the stroke option, I'm gonna start turning this up so that it's 20 points wide, and that is how you get a stroke around something. Cool. So let me show you the layers really quick. So in window and then layers here, I have all of these different groups that have lots of stuff in them. So and then I have an eyeball over here to turn on and off the things. So that's off. Can be off. This stuff. So if I want to select everything in the group, that's when I click this button on the right, the little circle target looking thing. And if I open the group and I just want to select one thing individually like this guy, I can go in and do that and check it out. I have a little trash can down here to get rid of stuff, but I can always just hit delete on the keyboard too. Okay. You can also duplicate something by, Control C, copy, and Control V, or up here, right? And it'll automatically put it on its own layer. Oh, I love this, paste in place, or just paste it in the center. So I love this one, paste in place. This is so important. Cool. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you is, if this was going to print, what would need to happen is that this text is still live. So if the printer doesn't have my font, he's not going to be able to see it. It's going to use like a default. So up here in, oh gosh, I only know the hotkey. Object and then expand. Oh no, outline. Where is outline my text? Okay. That worked too. And the only other thing that I was expecting, if I do it here, I'll do Control, Shift, and O. And then this is the outline text. Yep, very similar. So that's perfect. So now I can go to File. And of course I can save to just save the Illustrator file. But if I go to Save As, down here I have the option to save it as a PDF. And a lot of times printers want PDFs, and I just want to show you that PDFs, you can see it's a print ready file because it came exactly from Illustrator. It's the same stuff that we're going to send straight to print. So when you see PDFs, you know they are print ready files. And then the last thing is, of course, you can always take a screenshot, but if you want a JPEG, you actually have to export it. So here's export, and then here is my JPEG or PNG for something with no, like a transparent background. All right. And yeah, I think that's a pretty good overview. I hope you learned something new. Let me know if you have any questions. I would seriously love to show you some other stuff. Thanks.